How in the world do you go from winning the Bayou Classic 49-7 to 3 days later you're leaving Southern University for another job? Tell me this doesn't remind you of a movie. I'm trying to tell you it does. Listen to me. I want you to think for a second, which movie am I talking about? I'm going to break it down for you in just 1 second. Guys, you know your favorite coach is back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all goes down. But first, welcome back to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. That's right, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like these videos, comment on these videos, share these videos. Guys, not to mention, tap a friend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell them, come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. Guys, check this out. Before I go any further, I want to let you know right now, I appreciate all of you for rocking with me and giving me the opportunity to continue to keep bringing you content that you want to sit back and check out. Also, not to mention, before I forget, we are doing a giveaway on May 5th around 10 o'clock. I'm going to have a specific time within the next week. Also, guys, you have to be a subscriber to the channel, and also you have to follow us on social media or the Instagram page as well. The descriptions are listed down below in the description. So, guys, without further ado, I'm about to just jump on off in this thing because, like I said, this reminds me of a movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you trying to sit there and think now, which movie is he talking about? Say what you want about Coach Odom, but to see this happen today is going to bite Southern University in the behind. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you got to understand one thing. How in the world do you alienate a coach to the point where he wants to walk out on his terms? That's right. I said it. How do you want to alienate a coach so bad that he want to walk out on his terms? I've said over and over again to you guys 1,000,001 times, college is a business. College is a business. I'm going to say college is a business until everyone starts saying it with me. College is a business. When you have someone like Coach Odums that comes into a program to put in the hard work to recruit good players within the state of Louisiana and build the program up during the years when they were hit with sanctions, penalties, loss of scholarships, no spring practice, postseason bans, and players being ineligible. Guys, how in the world are players on the team ineligible and the university didn't know? Cut it out. You allow him to walk out the door, right? Okay. So before you get to hollering, nah, coach, he didn't walk out on his own terms. He was fired. Well, let me break this down to you because sometimes there's a thing out there called contract. You guys do understand contract, right? There's a thing called contract, right? His contract went through to the end of 2021, which is the end of this year. Not the end of the spring season, but the end of this year. I'm sure if they wanted him out of there this bad, they would have went ahead and fired him and said, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and pay you all the way through to the end of the year. You're just fired. You have to wait and start coaching in 2022. But it didn't happen like that. So let me run it down to you on why he wasn't fired. This is the thing. I said it before. This is a business. Not to mention, you got a coach that's helping put butts in the stands for the university to continue to keep generating revenue, right? So all of this is going on all while all these sanctions and everything else that has gone on with the program since he was there has been going on, and the university is continuously making revenue, right? Okay, so like I said before, yes, his contract was up at the end of this year. He got the extension for $210,000, but roughly he was making $170,000 with $40,000 in incentives. Those $40,000 in incentives consisted of the following: $20,000 for him to get the Southern University Jaguars to the Celebration Bowl, an additional $20,000 for if they had won the Celebration Bowl. Now, this is where I'm sitting here really shaking my head because the assistant coaches got $15,000 that they had to divvy up amongst the assistant coaching staff. They got $15,000 for, I guess, winning the Celebration Bowl. But this is the thing, God, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you didn't see my MEAC Media Day where I was talking about Norfolk State, you should go check that out. And I spoke about Latrell Scott, who was the previous head coach over Norfolk State, who was, he spoke highly of the team that he had built and put in place that was ready to get out there and compete within the MEAC. Yes, they went on a winning streak and they ended up losing a few games based on small mental mistakes. And, a lot of times there's teams out there that have mental mistakes that they can't get out their own way sometimes. And he figured that this team that he had put together, he had assembled, along with some transfers that he got to come into his program, was going to help get them over the top. Then COVID hit. They said, hey, the spring season for the MEAC was going to be canceled. And you know, they had that traveling ban for them also over there in the MEAC, which didn't allow them to really get out there and, you know, be able to go to different states to go play games. So that was another problem for him. So he said, hey, you know what? I tell you what. His contract was basically up as well. So he ran ahead and bolted on over to East Carolina to become an assistant coach over there. So now here we are again. We got the Norfolk State job that's just sitting wide open. We haven't really heard much of anything going on with that job. Makes you wonder, huh? But I'm going to say this to you right now. Congratulations to Coach Odums, because you know what? Coach Odums was playing chess, not checkers. And I know there's a lot of Southern folks out there, Southern University alumni, as well as Southern University fans that are like, hey, good riddance to him. We didn't want him no more because he wasn't winning. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, it's hard for you to find a coach to come into your program to deal with all that he's went through and to build that program up to where it is right now. You guys may not think it's much, but I'm going to tell you right now, trust and believe, you're going to see. Not to mention, you know, Norfolk State, they sweetened the deal for him a little bit too. They gave this man $225,000 for 6 years annually. So roughly, when he's sitting there trying to renegotiate a deal every 3 years, they just gave him 6 years right off the rip to allow him to go ahead and build the program for $225,000. Now, that's a $55,000 bump a year. Guys, you know what? I would gladly allow y'all to say I got fired for an additional $55,000 a year. Trust me. Everyone says that the MEAC doesn't have anything going. Everyone says that the MEAC is dead. They don't have anything going on. Well, guess what, guys? The MEAC will be having their game streamed on ESPN. So before anybody get to talk about, oh man, that don't mean nothing. They ain't gonna be on ESPNU or ESPN3. Hey, ESPNU or ESPN3 is better than nothing, right? So, not to mention, you already know Coach Odums is coming over. He's coming into a better situation, better facilities. You know, Norfolk State has been building up their facilities for a while now. Not to mention, he has a team in place that just need that I call it that little extra sauce added to him. And I believe Coach Odums is that extra sauce that's going to come in there and help get them young men together for them to get out there and really compete. Now, what's really going to bust y'all mind over at Southern University is the fact that what happens if you start seeing a couple of your players hit the transfer portal, decide they want to go with the ball coach? Now what? Now what? Don't think it's not going to happen, guys. You're going to see a few of your players that come in there, especially new recruits, that's coming in that program and will say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my talents over there, which is Norfolk State, where Coach Odums, the head coach who recruited me, I'm going over there with him. It happens all the time. Just get ready for it. But when I said to you early on that this movie reminds me, when I said to you early on, this reminds me of a movie. The movie is Any Given Sunday. Let me break it down to you on what I'm talking about. Remember when the Sharks and Coach D, they weren't playing all that well, and the owner's daughter, I don't want to say her name, Pagiani. I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm probably gonna chop her name up, so I don't even want to. Y'all know who I'm talking. Miss Pagiani. Okay, and I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it wrong, so don't kill me for that. Okay. Yes. So you know the owner's daughter who took over the team because the father died. She wanted to get a better facility for the Sharks. Well, you know, she went and did some behind the scene deals, trying to get some things shaking and moving so she can get the stadium for the team. Well, when she saw that the governor or the mayor of the city wasn't going to do it, what did she do? She went and made some more behind the back deals, which ended up costing her behind big time in the end. Even though that they didn't tell us what happened to her from the standpoint of the league, we saw what Coach D did from the standpoint of they wanted him gone. He went ahead and said, hey, I'll go ahead. I'll take over the new expansion team. And guess what? I'm going to sign your prime #1 player, which was Willie Steeman Beeman. Where'd that leave him? With really nothing, right? So while you got everybody sitting there cussing and mumbling, talking trash, Coach D is sitting there and said, au revoir. And that's what Coach Odums is doing right now. Au revoir. Because now the headache is no longer there. The alumni and everybody that wanted him out, he's gone. He did it his way. He dropped the mic on Southern University and said, peace up. I'm done. Whoever becomes the next head coach for Southern University, I hope they can handle the chaos, because the stories I keep hearing are brutal. And I'm getting stories from people that went to Southern University years ago. So all I'm saying to you is this, guys, strap in, get your seat, strap in, get your popcorn ready, because this is going to be a wild ride come the fall when the season starts all over again. Because I'm trying to tell you right now, Coach Odums is truly going to be missed. whether you want to believe it or not. I'm just saying, guys, good coaches are hard to find. If you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. Also, guys, remember, tap a friend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. And also remember, guys, be the one and lead.